Go.
Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video on our next project, Boomerangs. So my son Braden is going to be holding my camera. So we're starting. Braden, go ahead and look at my project now. So guys, we're going to be using these paint stir sticks to make our boomerangs. Now as I'm looking at this, I need to do all the pre-measuring and kind of pre-assembly because I can't do it in person. So as I look at this, I'm noticing that the whole stick is not quite 21 inches long. It's actually 20 and 7/8. So what I want to do is I want to find the exact halfway mark. So when I look at 20 and 7/8, I know half of 20 is 10. So I'm going to come down here and just give myself a little mark at 10 inches. And then 7/8, I've learned that half of 7/8 is 7/16. So 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 16ths. There's my mark. Okay? But what I also want to know is the width of my stick. So even though, I'm starting at 10 here, I know that from 10 to 11 is 1 inch. And then, let me get it nice and straight. It looks like 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 16ths. So I know half of 1 is a half. And then 7 16ths, half of that is 30 seconds. This tape measure doesn't have 30 seconds, but I know it's halfway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is going to be right there, right in the middle. So from here, I'm going to use my speed square. This is a tool that I use all the time when I'm doing construction, and I'm just going to give myself a mark all the way across, and then I'm just going to come and kind of eyeball. Well, I could just do it this way. Okay, I'm just going to come straight across. I know that this is exactly my center point. Now I need to do the center point here because eventually we're going to be drilling a hole on that mark to put a bolt and a nut through the two pieces that we're going to use. Okay? So with that, I also need to find the whole. I need to split this whole thing up into quarters. So I've already split it up in half here. Let me measure again. I believe it's 1 and 7/30, or excuse me, a half and then 7/32. So I'm just going to come over here again, and I'm going to come to the end, just on an inch mark, a half, and then, actually this one does have 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm just going to go right there in the middle. And I'm going to use just the straight edge of my stir stick to give myself a little mark here. And this is going to divide this into quarters. And I'm just going to spin this around. I'm going to do another little measure. Now this one is, actually I'll just do it here. A half. Let me get it here. Half, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my mark. And I'm going to extend this all the way to the end. Again, using the paint stir stick as my straight edge, lining up my marks, and I'm just off the mark so I can get the width of my pencil let in there. So here's one of my paint stir sticks. You're going to get 2 of them. Now what I need you to understand is that eventually we're going to be making this into a wing. Braden, I want you to see the exact. Right now, if you look at it from the very end, it looks like a rectangle. But what we need to do is we need to turn this into a leading edge. So I'm just going to be knocking off the edge here. And then from the middle down, we need to make a trailing edge. So I need to take away all of that material and just a little bit of the material here, all the way to this mark here. So what I have here, let me look again. So I've got a leading edge, so I'm going to put an L here, and I'll mark this on your on yours as well. If this is the leading edge, then this needs to be the trailing edge. And if my boomerang flips around, then the one closest to me is the leading edge, and the one furthest away is the trailing edge. Now notice, if we look here, they're opposite. Leading is close to me on the right, but leading is furthest away from me on the left. But if you think of it like, bring back up a little minute, if you think of it like a helicopter blade, okay, that's the way. So the leading edge is constantly going to be cutting into the air, making it act like a wing. And with these four wings, eventually, guys, we're going to end up with this. There will be 4 leading edges and 4 trailing edges that we need to manipulate, and eventually we will make this into your boomerang. So I need to do a little more work here, and eventually Braden and I are going to go out into my garage working on our table saw a little bit to get a little bit of a dado, and that's like a little notch in the wood so that the 2 pieces fit together nice and snug. So look for another video in a few minutes. Thanks.